Let me
Look,
tell you.
another one. You let one human in, and in no time you've got a swarm.
Geralt, sit down. We haven't yet celebrated your raid into the mist. Sorry. Where are my manners? Sheldon Skaggs, veteran of the battles of Sodden and Brenna.
And all inns along the way.
You've already met Vergen's elder?
Greetings. Gentlemen, not sure about you, but my throat's parched from all these greetings.
Funny, those were the first words out of your mouth.
Master Dandelion's right. A round for everyone! On me!
I'll gladly wash the road's dust from my throat, especially in such good company.
Too bad Caleb Stratton's not here. May he rest in peace.
A worthy dwarf he was. Here's to him.
Sheldon, you're lagging behind.
I've got a little screw coming tonight.
More reason to drink makes you more vigorous.
My prick withers like an old crone's tits if I drink.
Then tie a carrot to it.
So, what brings you here, Geralt?
Ever heard of a unit called the Dun Banner? Apparently they left their standard behind during the last war. I need to find it if I'm to lift the curse.
Aye. The standard lies in a crypt with those of the unit who perished here.
Where's this crypt?
Not the easiest place to find. Turn right past the market and look for a passage carved right through the rocks. That'll lead you to a valley filled with tombs and crypts.
To the fallen!
Have you ever heard of a plant called the Dwarven Immortelle?
Have we? The pigs have tight arses.
To tell the truth, I've no idea, Skaggs.
It's just a saying.
You're the only one using it.
Witcher, the Immortelle. It appears most often near anthracite and aluminosilicate deposits.
Philippa needs it to heal Saskia.
A rare curio, but there's a mine nearby, and who knows? You might find it deep underground.
Why are you dwarves fighting for Saskia?
If I had a knack for business, I'd be sitting on my arse in my own inn, not giving a shit for this war. But what's my trade? Axe swinging. That's what. And if I could get killed, I'd rather know what I'm risking my neck for.
The woman's cuckoo, ready to spit in the Emperor's face even. But I have to admit, she knows all about warcraft. And damn it, she's right. Free Vergen, no matter if you're a dwarf, man or mangy elf.
Do you hear him, Zigrin? Down on the elves already. And I bet he wouldn't sniff at 30 additional archers in battle.
Is the mine far?
Not at all. It's in Vergen itself, in the town's upper quarter.
You're eager for this expedition, but nobody told the Witcher that the mine's closed.
Closed, that's true. But it's long overdue a cleaning. Weed out all the underground shit.
What are you talking about?
Not a month ago, miners started disappearing. Must have tapped the wrong vein and woken some scum from the deep. We wanted to send a crew of stout fellows in, but Saskia said she needs all the soldiers she can find up top and ready to defend the town. We closed the shaft, fearing the filth would emerge and overrun us all.
Looks like we arrived just in time, eh, Geralt?
So it seems. Let's go.
Right on. With this crew, we needn't fear any monster. How about you, Sheldon? You coming with us, or staying around to get your fuck?
Another chance like this won't come around in a hurry. Fucking can wait. I'm with you.
Let's meet at the mine's entrance.
I heard human women literally sit astride a man's hands on their bellies to muffle.
Calm day, but tomorrow, who knows?
up.
Eh? That's a witcher, not human.
A true dwarf's got three things to do in life. Build a fortress, cut down an oak.
The Witcher's on board. We can go.
Let's get to work, my bearded friends.
Open the shaft, Skags. If you kill off those monsters, the whole of Vergum will be grateful. I'm sure some coin would be found.
We'll keep that in mind, Cecil.
So, Sheldon, you opened the shaft yet?
Keep your pricks in your trousers. You can't just plough forward all the time. A mine is like a lover. You need to be gentle, so she accepts you moist and hot.
You and your music, Sheldon.
Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings, Chapter 2, Iorveth's Path. My god, this is a long video. If anyone here actually stays to the end, God bless you. Thank you. So yeah, trying to have like one quest per video for this game, and yeah, I kind of end up with problems like this. Although I am actually doing 2 quests in this video. Not that it really matters, but they're both directly related. So really, before you go into the mines, I would suggest having about 5 cat and 5 swallow potions. The cat potions have a very obvious reason to be used here, as you can't see a damn thing. At least not the first time you go through. There are plenty of torches that you can light along like the sides of the walls and the posts you find in the middle of rooms. The thing is, as you're fighting creatures, you don't really want to be looking for, like, you don't want to have trouble seeing, just because it's not going to do you very well.
That was close.
What was that?
So,
Necrophages. With this many appearing, they must have a nest.
this quest is all about finding the Dwarven Immortelle. It's a plant that grows I think at the actual bottom of the mine. The other quest we're doing here involves caving in certain tunnels, so necrophages cannot come out of the mine depths to attack us more. This is one of the monster nest destroying missions. And to actually destroy the tunnels, you need 3 grape shot bombs, I believe. The text on the screen may still read beehive. It's not supposed to say that at all. That was definitely a glitch in the... Not really a glitch, an error, sorry. In the 1.0 version that I played originally. I don't know if they changed it, because I have not actually played that quest since that time. That was probably June of 2011. So yeah, almost 2.5 years. So the other thing I would suggest for this area is not carrying a whole lot of items when you enter it.
They're here.
There's a whole lot of iron ore, a bunch of silver ore, and all around just a whole lot of stuff for you to take, so the last thing you want is to become over encumbered while you're here. Just because this is a big area, and you don't want to try and walk back to the inn if you really need it. Or just drop the stuff on the ground, because it defeats the purpose of taking it to start with. So, yeah. One of the things about the mines in this quest is that there are a lot of locked doors that you do not have the keys for at the moment. To find said keys, you have to continue to explore the mines and find essentially dwarf corpses that have the keys on them. Very convenient, actually. And if you get all of the keys, I believe there are some. There are a few rooms in the mines here that you don't actually have to visit. But if you do get every key and open all the locked doors, I believe in the final one you get a real nifty sword. Forget if it's steel or silver. I may as well look that up now.
Maybe some shit-filled necrophage cesspit.
They hide the corpses they drag in down there.
Hey, gentlemen, let's focus on finding a dwarven immortal, please.
Probably should have had this brought up before. Subterranean life, yeah, that's the one. Huh. Turns out the Witcher Wiki does not have that quest listed at the moment. It might be here still. I don't remember the name of the store off the top of my head, and I can't. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time looking it up. Or, I don't know, I could be saying something useful. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's only 3 keys that you need to find, or to unlock all the doors and find the very powerful sword. I don't believe it's the blood sword. I think that's on Roach's path. Might be the negotiator. I think that might be a different point in the chapter. Yeah, you find something real cool in here. Yeah, part of this, some of this video is me kind of just lighting all the torches. Just because, oh, once you defeat the rot fiends, which is pretty much the main enemy in the mines here. Once you defeat, or yeah, once you do the main quest here, where you're supposed to find a plant, you basically don't find any enemies till you leave the mine, like before, like the enemies respawn when you enter, or if they even do, because maybe if you don't close their nests, they will continue to come back until you do. Yeah. I hope you like fighting rock fiends, because there's a whole lot of them. Actually, if you took Iorveth's path, you would only have seen maybe 1 rot fiend back in chapter 1. So, the thing about rot fiends are they're incredibly fast. For one thing, they have a pretty good lunge on that pounce they do. If you've seen it, it maybe hasn't come up in the video. So they can kill you pretty quickly. They also like to swarm you. And the final part is when they die, they explode into a cloud of poisonous gas. Which, if you're very lucky, will kill other rot fiends actually. So if you're lucky, you can chain together these explosions. I would not be in the middle of them. I would highly advise that you don't do that. Although, I don't remember if they patched this one out, but I think the Quen Shield might be able to actually take the hit from the poison cloud and have you not be poisoned and basically die immediately. Because I don't think at this point in the game you can have a whole lot of poison resistance. So yeah, that is the second tunnel. I believe I've collapsed. There's one more tunnel. When the quest was kind of listed as the active quest, it just said there's 3. So fun thing about the stuff you've been finding on the dwarves, their corpses, is that the journal you're finding, the name of the person is Balin, which if you know, I guess it would be Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, because he's one of the 13 dwarves from The Hobbit, I believe. And in the Fellowship of the Ring, I believe it's his journal that is found in the mines of Moria, where the party realizes stuff went really wrong in that area. So, luckily the cat potion ran out in this area here that has a pretty good amount of light. After this fight's done, I believe I'm going to drink another. I also, well, before I entered the mines the first time, I also made a bunch of swallow potions. That was just to make sure the rot fiends didn't kill me super fast, or that, sorry, it was so I could recover as much health as possible between fights. I'm a hoarder in RPGs. I don't like to spend money unless it's absolutely necessary. So the thing is, the armor I do get in this game ends up costing me a good amount of money, and I can't make it at the moment. So wait, no, sorry. I'm a little backwards on this one. The diagram for the armor that I do want is extremely expensive. I believe I've actually bought it at this point, but I'm far too cheap to actually buy or craft other armor from a regular armor in this game, or a blacksmith. Mostly because I also know there are chances to get free armor already that I will use until I get to actually craft the armor made from the bosses you fight. So yeah, I'm actually coming up on the end of the Dwarven Immortel quest, I believe. I believe the bear traps mean you're getting really close. Or is it just the final key? Anyway, there's an area here, there's a small chunk that has a very large amount of bear traps. If you have the Quen Shield, it'll absorb, I'm pretty sure, all the damage from the bear traps. Also, using your medallion will highlight the bear traps, so they're much easier to see in the dark. If for some reason you don't know how to use your medallion, it is the Z key on the keyboard and God knows what on the 360 gamepad. I've not played this game with a controller. I wouldn't say use mouse and keyboard at all costs. I've actually been very curious about what this game's like to play with a controller. I just haven't done it myself. I have a controller I can plug in. I just don't use it too often. I don't know. I'm not a super big PC gaming guy, so I'm totally fine having a controller for a lot of things. Sometimes keyboard and mouse just isn't the most comfortable for stuff, but the first time I played through this game I used a keyboard and mouse, so I guess that's just what I got used to. So, just there, I believe I picked up the final key, which is, well, needed to finish the main quest that we're here for, which is Subterranean life. And the second quest we're here to do should also be finished pretty soon, which is, hey, work on in the mine. Maybe there is one more key. This is probably an unnecessarily long video. I'll openly admit it. Probably should either sped this up or just put this into 2 or 3 parts. I don't know. Yeah, a couple times here in this video you've seen the enemy AI just glitched out completely, where it just had no idea, like it just would not react to me. Don't usually see that, so I don't think that's a real problem with the game. Well, okay, I mean, if it happens a lot, that is a really bad problem for a game to have, but like the 2 times it happened, it wasn't terrible here. One good thing lighting the torches actually does is it tells you where you've been. It's a really good indication of like marking your path. I don't know. First time I went down here, I got lost way too much. I really shouldn't have. The map for this area is not actually that confusing. I think it's just because there's so many locked doors that you don't expect when you come through. It might throw you off. Pretty soon we should be actually finding the Dwarven Immortelle. Yeah, the armor I have here I really shouldn't have for this part of the game. It is not that great at this point. It was really good back in Chapter 1 when I had it. But in a few videos I get a free set of armor that I use for most of the chapter. Or at least most of what I've recorded of the chapter. I still have a lot of the main stuff. I still have some of the main stuff to do. So yeah, the little glowy bit on the ground there that I thought was a bear trap was actually a streak of blood. The medallion usually just highlights objects that you should take notice of, as well as objects you can interact with. So I thought it was a bear trap, something I figured I shouldn't step on, and figured I may as well try and disarm it. But no, it's just a sign to show you that stuff's about to go down. And yeah, it's going down. This guy here is very strong. I also didn't realize that he had like it's called like an aggro range or something, where he won't follow you past a certain point. I didn't realize he had that, but I'm gonna kind of cheese the fight here. And until the 3 rock fiends that are gone, this is a really small area to fight in, and with that poison cloud that the rock fiends do, I don't want to get caught in the middle of the fiends and the Bulvor here, which is a giant hulking beast compared to Geralt and the dwarves. The thing about enemies in this game, though, is if you get behind them and start hitting them repeatedly with a sword, they die very quickly. They die faster if you got that backstabber ability at the beginning of the game. But if you attack him from the front, I think like every other hit you make against him will be blocked, and he will counterattack and basically plow you over. I mean, quite literally, he runs into you. Oh, so the final tunnel is actually here in the Bulvor room. You can actually take multiple clumps of the Immortal, just don't use them in... I think you can use them for alchemy. I wouldn't, at least until you give the required one to Philippa. So yeah, I'm choosing to stay underground here because I'm looking for that sword. Now the sword is down here. I know it, because I did it. Oh, lucky for us, the final door is much closer to the entrance. And also, thankfully, the enemies are gone at this point. Actually, I think 1 or 2 enemies might actually still be roaming the area, but they're no big deal at this point. The game auto-saved, I believe, after the Bulvor died, so if anything did go wrong, you'd be fine. I wonder how this game does the save system on the 360 version. Because on the PC version, every time you save, it makes a new save file. You don't have the option of overriding a previous save. I wonder how the 360 does it. Do you just have a limited number of saves that continue to rotate? Or you have to fully rely on autosaves, or what? Because having the ability to go back to any save that you've made in the game is incredibly helpful. Especially if you want to, say, make a very important choice near the end of Chapter 1. I mean, what I did was, at first, was I made a quick save file there. I don't know why. It was a quick save, not a hard save, but I made a quick save file, and then I copied the save file to my desktop. Like, outside of the save file folder. So, when I went down the one path and I was done, I recopied the quick save file back into the actual save file folder, overriding the last quick save, putting me right before the Lethal fight for Chapter 1. So, right there I picked up a diagram for a red meteorite silver sword. That's a very powerful silver sword, I believe. I'm not sure if I ever use it. But if you want to use it, you're always more than welcome to. How you tackle the enemies in this game, I like to leave stuff like that up to the player, just because I don't like to do things that some people really like to do. Like, I don't go down the magic or alchemy tree in this game. Which it kind of feels like a shame, because I don't think I've ever seen the alchemy tree ever really been used. But if you want to go down that route, by all means go for it. I go down just the straight swordsman path. But hey, how people play this game is really up to them. Alright, so it was a steel sword we got. Powerful one. So now all that's left to do is exit the mines to complete the Subterranean life quest. And then you need to talk to Cecil Burden in his house to complete the "Hey, works on in the mine" quest, which was blowing up the tunnels. And that's all for this video, and I will see you all at a different video. If anyone actually sat through this long, thank you. Oh, goodbye.
No time for
We should get together for a good libation.
Right, Geralt. Looks like it's all over.
Thanks for your help, Zoltan.
Say nothing of it.
Enough yapping. Time for some vodka.
First, I want to see if my fuck date's still waiting.
Just don't strain yourself. It takes energy to drink with us too, you know.
So, we were working at the port, and work was good.
How are you, Sheldon?
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwin.
The Mary's dead. I broke out. Started sniffing intensely like a dog in a butcher's shop. Maybe it's just a looking at the cage. Then I heard a squelch, and Cecil, gravely serious, says, "You fed him."
We killed most of the necrophages.
Most?
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die off and you can restart work.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin. Shive, Skaggs, and Zigrim will get the same.